Hi, everybody. I am going to pre-apologize. My computer has been a wreck all morning. So we are running a little bit late, and by a little bit, I mean 15 minutes late. We should be ending now, but we're starting. I am super excited. I love working with Linda. Linda has been one of my best friends for many, many, many years. Her and Lydia are my powerhouses when I go to Denver. So it's really fun to just be able to be with my best friends inside of what I do. And Linda and Lydia are both kind of the reason why I started my business. And I'm super excited because we play and work well together. A lot of coaches depend on each other. Well, they don't depend on each other. Some coaches are very I'm a singular coach and I don't need anybody. And then there's coaches that are like, hey, I can't take that on and I'm not going to. And what I love about Linda is she takes on so much of business, not only on a personal level, but a corporate level, a nonprofit level. She is in the world of everything. So, Linda, I would love for you to introduce your company and how it is a peak performance powerhouse.
Thanks, Brittany. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Um, Loving Life's Journey is my heart, my brainchild, and as a peak performance coach, what I do is I help both businesses and individuals ensure that they have the proper mindset to match the growth that they want, either for themselves or for their organizations. Um, I can help them balance where things are out of balance. I'm an expert in emotional intelligence. Uh, the the disc profiling and those two work very much together. Um, Interpersonal and interoffice communications, um, just all of the things that, as a business or a business person, or even as an individual looking into the world, the skill sets that you might need some help with. That's where I shine, and I'm proud to announce that I just passed my Cialdini Influence Professional certification, and I'm excited to be able to bring the Dr. Robert Cialdini influence and persuasion courses to my clients, both business and personal. His ethical influence principles are they're key to everything we do, because whether we're in business or whether we're on the other end of business, we're on the receiving end looking for someone to help us, we need to understand those principles. And so I'm just thrilled to be able to add another tool to the toolbox and help nonprofits, businesses, and individuals find their best way forward and meet their goals.
I love that. Um, I know you brought up goals. I work really hard inside of accountability with all of my clients to help them reach their objective key results. My tagline for goals is a goal is something you put in the stars. And then an objective key result is that objective is there and that key result is that ladder. And I know working with you that you help people build ladders to their goals all day long. Um, and really build them a great foundation and all of those fun things. I would love to hear you have a few programs that are out. You do one on one coaching, you
Yes.
do group coaching, you do masterminding. Um, and then we did talk about how you work in the nonprofit world and how you work in the corporate world, as well as even just solo business owners. Can you just give everybody a heads up on what's coming down the pipeline for your programs?
A lot of exciting things. I'm very excited about some of the things coming. But excuse me. I've got a peak performance mastermind, which runs for about 6 weeks. And during that time, it's not so much me teaching you things and speaking to you on things. It's a true mastermind where we can get in together and help solve each other's problems, help give feedback on what's going on. I facilitate that. I mean, as a coach and as a facilitator, you don't have all the answers, but you ask the right questions, and that's what we do through the Peak Performance Mastermind. Is we get together, we work on your topic, whatever it is that you're aiming for during that time, and we brainstorm. We help you find really good solutions to choose from, but we don't tell you which choices to make because only you can make that decision. And it's about empowering you to have that confidence and that you know what you need to get to your path, to your dream, and you're fully resourced. You have everything you need to get there. And that's one of the best things I love about what I get to do is when that light bulb goes on for somebody and they realize you couldn't have had that thought, that idea, if you can't bring it to pass. And so when you're getting those thoughts and those ideas, don't immediately talk yourself out of them. Don't do that. That's, it wouldn't come to you if the means to make it happen and be true weren't already there for you. And I just love that.
I love that thought process. And I love that inside of the mastermind, it's not just you taking advice from people, it's you giving it as well. That is something that we do in our weekly accountability for sure. And I know that that kind of was where you got the idea of the mastermind, was coming together and really allowing people that space to speak, be vulnerable, and take the information that you get from multiple people. You brought up a great point, however, and I loved how you said that you need to go with your gut. When your gut says do this, do it. When your gut says don't. We always, and you're I'm a client of yours and you're a client of mine, and you and I always talk about, is that really something you want? Does it align with you? Whether people said you need to do this or you have to do it, how does it align? We're told you have to go live, we're told you have to post, we're told you have to do all of these things, but in your time limit, how does that fit with what you really want to achieve? Like, you can achieve greatness with less posts because the quality is better. And you can go live and you can make yourself present and do multiple different things from that. And how does it align best with you? I think that is amazing. How do you take that practice of what we just spoke about and put it into corporate and nonprofit areas where it's actually not necessarily a bunch of business owners working together, but it's more of the, you've got anywhere from, I'm you've got all the levels, right? You
Hmm.
have the person who's on the floor for the sales team, to the person who's doing the management of that, to the people who are doing HR and da da da, and you bring them all into one room and do that as well. So what does that look like, and what is that importance? And I know that, we know the importance of everybody from every level coming together, but I feel like inside the corporate world, which is why I'm not there, um, it's very segregated. So I would love your approach on how you bring these aspects to the corporate and the nonprofit world. And I know the nonprofit world, they're definitely a little bit more
Yeah,
tight knit because
yeah,
it's passion, right?
right.
So I would
It's
love to
not
hear
just a
that.
job. Yeah.
Right.
Um, how it works on the corporate side is it usually starts with making sure that the communication for the team or for the organization is clear. Just having a mission statement, a vision statement isn't enough. It's making sure that all the parties that participate in that, contribute to that, understand what the true outcome is. What's the true meaning behind the vision and the mission statement? So it goes a little bit deeper and it starts by working in teams. Um, And one of the best things that I can do when I go in with an organization is we'll have a team meeting and it's a brainstorming session and all the levels are there. So if that means we've got the receptionist at the front desk all the way up to the CEO in the corner office, everybody's there. We lay ground rules of what we're going to do, and we start the ideas flowing from the bottom up so that when the CEO, number one, he needs to hear what his team thinks needs to be done. And it's in an environment where they wouldn't, ordinarily in a corporate office, you can't have your receptionist walking into the boss's office and saying, I think we're off track. I don't, I don't understand what you want us to do, because there's fear there. So we start at the lowest rung, and that's not saying that those people are low. It's just we start at the bottom of the room and we work up. Everybody gets 2 minutes. And number one, the top executive in the room gets to hear what his team thinks is what their job is or what their goal is. And then when it comes to him or her, number one, now they're hearing maybe where there's a communication break. And number two, they're finding out that their team is really good. Their team has got ideas and feelings and options that maybe someone in that corner office hasn't thought of because they haven't been there in a long time, if ever. And it's also important that that top executive in the room doesn't go first, because then everybody after that might not say what they really think. They might just agree with the boss. And these sessions are meant to be brainstorming sessions. There's no judgment, there's no idea ruled out. That happens later on in the session, but this is gathering information and getting the ideas started and making sure everybody's on the same page. And no matter how well your corporate or your nonprofit environment, you think you work well together, there's going to be breaks. And we set it up to make it's a safe place, and it has to be agreed upon as a safe space, or the work that we're going to do when we go in there isn't going to work. So that's my job before we even get in the door, is to make sure that when we do this process, it's done under my rules and not their rules. And that's
I love
important because we're not going to get the good feedback and the good information we need to get from the team if they're worried about what's going to happen if they disagree. And so
I
it's
love
setting those
that.
safe boundaries.
Yeah, definitely. And I like how so OKR, objective key results.
Mhm.
Um, when you're looking at the team and you break the team out and you ask them, what is your role? What are you trying to accomplish? Where are you going? It's their goals that they believe were, you know, as this group, you need to reach this of this.
Mhm.
And so, as an individual, this is what I want to achieve. And when you are able to be free with, this is what I want to achieve, and you're not penalized for not achieving, or you're not, overachieving and underachieving, like those aren't on a scale. It's this is what I was told my department has to do. So, this is what I strive to accomplish, and then just being supportive of how can we make sure that they can accomplish that? Or does that align with really what we need? Or maybe they're bringing up something that we missed. And I love that you have that ability to just put everybody in a room and check and balance what is happening and letting them listen.
And a lot of times, you know, the corner office thinks, oh no, we don't have a communication problem. Um, Different departments might have a communication problem interdepartmentally, but it usually goes even deeper than that. And communication the communication problem is a symptom of something else. And it's using that time to at least get a start on what those symptoms are, what the cause might be, so we can help them move forward. And it's definitely not something that gets done in one session.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
an ongoing process for, we go in for however many weeks or months that they determine they want to work. And usually we go back. It's like, okay, that was great. Now let's work on this.
Right. I love that. We are at the end of our
Mhm.
15 minutes. I am super excited, everybody. This was just a little bit of what we're going to talk about every week. We'll probably pick a different topic or something. But I really wanted to get the introduction out of who Linda is, what she is up to. We'll probably do a little bit of mix and matching corporate with all of the things because it's important. We do the Rolodex topics so that people can see what's out there, what services are being offered, and really where you I shouldn't say that, where you where you would like to focus your attention in your business. What are things that can that can really help you run at full capacity as a business owner, as somebody inside of a business, even if you don't own it. My parents raised me to wherever you work, you own it. So own it like you work it like you own it and own it like you work it. So I really would love to I'm excited for this conversation, Linda. You have so many insights and I'm excited to have them with you. How about you give us a closer for you? That way we'll wrap up.
Perfect. I love how our things mesh. The objective key results, whether it's for personal or for business, are huge. And it's all about helping you know what is your outcome going to be so that you can make the adjustments to get there. And I think that's exactly what your objective key results work on, and that's what I do for performance. So it's a wonderful blend, and I love it.
I'm excited.
Me
I look
too.
forward to seeing you next Thursday, and I look forward to seeing all the viewers. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye bye.